let's build archers here. We're going to build 2 archer armies, one for the capital city and one for the big city. That way the big city can keep working on its library. Right now, because its population is growing so fast, we've actually got science researching, and we're working that square that only had 2 food now. So now we're in this city is really poised to get going. This is actually going to be a really good late game city, because when we get iron mines and the train and the workshop and all that in here, those mountains will do a lot of production, and then when we get the factory, it'll do a lot more. So this is actually going to be a really good late game city. This city, our first city, it won't be much. I'm just going to be honest with you, it's not going to be much. I guess it'll be a really good scientific research city, but it's not going to be any big producer or anything, because it's just not in a really good spot. But we got some more spots to put some more good cities at. If we ever get a settler, I may actually get this city right here to build a settler after it's done with doing what it's doing. Well, let's get those archers done, and let's keep going, guys. We're doing good. Let's just keep researching this way. I mean, exploring this way. Exploring. Got some more sulfur, some grapes. That's wine, so we can actually use that now. That'll produce culture, but it's a really bad spot for a city. First orchard. Okay, we're kind of behind in the technological victory. I'm not shocked. We're 3rd right now, but we'll catch up. We're still 2 unknown civilizations right now. And we're uncivilized. That's not a shocker. It happens a lot early game. Let's keep. There's some more deer. But as soon as we get like these armies built up, we'll start building more temples and stuff. Because I mean, we're literally, that's producing 10 culture because of the palace, but it's not much. This isn't producing any culture at all. No shock. It's not, in all honesty, guys, it's not a real shock. It tends to happen for early game. We're in the medieval era. Now our temples produce 3 science, and we are going to save this. I have a lot of games on here, guys. I used to play this game quite a lot, so ignore all those saved games. Okay, we got the masonry built now. Let's get horseback riding. Save them. Defend them. Let's go this way. There's the Spaniards. Sorry about that. Let's plot them a new course. Let's try to get them back this way. Now our capital has been announced as the world's greatest city. Apparently we're producing the most culture, even though it says our culture sucked. So I mean, you know. Okay, get that researched. Let's get iron working next. Alright, so this is what I was talking about, guys. Now that we got 3 archers, now we've formed an army, and now we have the 3rd archer army. Okay, and I'm going to move these guys to this city. See, what I want to do is, as for right now, just because so I can get that library built and double its scientific output, I want to build my armies in my capital and then move them to other cities as needed. That way this city can focus on getting more and more buildings up and running, and to be okay, now we can build a temple. And now that's temple's going to take care of our culture problem. Now we can train in legions. Now my people are going to learn how to write. Okay, and we can't go that way. Let's just bring these guys back. I think we've done enough exploring by land. Our next option is going to have to be explored by sea. There's the 5th archer. Now we'll get 1 more archer, we'll have our 2nd army, and then we can start building stuff in that city again. See guys, we're actually catching up on technological. on the technology. It's just that I left a couple of early techs unresearched and to research more advanced tech at the time. We're ahead on cultural victory. We're all tied except one on economic milestones, so we're doing good there. So we're actually not doing bad. Now let's research your... No, let's research currency. That way I can build a city and get that gold right there. I'm not sharing shit with you. Okay, now we're at war with the Spaniards. We're going to form this little army here. Form that army there. And now we're going to build a temple. We have a temple in 10 turns there. And we have been ousted as the top city. That's okay, to another unknown civilization. We will be getting that back. That's fine. Interesting, not frightening us. We're at war with the Chinese now too. Man, this is just going so well. Built a temple. Alright, now we need to build walls. Now we got 14 science research, and the reason we got more science now is because we actually have a lot of citizens that can't work squares, so they're working inside the city, and when they work inside the city they produce 1 science. So we're actually doing a lot of science in that city now. We're doing a lot of science in our capital now. So as soon as we get this stuff built up, we're actually going to be doing really good. The Chinese have converted to a republic. Yeah, somebody discovered the Knights Templar thing that we saw earlier. And we got another great person. We have completed a great builder. So what I'm actually going to do with this guy, we're going to build a wonder. We're going to build... What are we going to build? We're going to build the Great Pyramids here. That's going to take 31 turns. Not if we activate this guy's superpower and complete the Great Pyramids. Now what the Great Pyramids do is allow me to have my choice of any government available. So even though I don't have any of these governments researched, I can now change my government to any government in the game. Sorry, didn't mean that. And yes, we'll be getting rid of despotism. And the reason I'm getting rid of despotism is because it gives us no benefits. So it's going to stop production in all these other cities for now, and that's fine. But what's going to do is let me have a democracy. And democracy gives me a 50% increase to science and gold production. So now I'll be able to research science at a way faster rate. This guy wants my great person that I've settled in my big city for 7 turns apiece. I am not going to give it to him, obviously. We're going to keep building our temple here. We're in. The reason that it's not producing anything right now is because we're actually in anarchy. Our troops are going to slay that Legion army. Codes of law. Alright guys, all we gotta do now is wait for this stuff to keep cooking. Oh, more legions, more archers. We're now, our second city is now the greatest city on Earth. Even though we just built a Great Pyramids there, it has lost another slot to 3rd, but that's okay. We still own the greatest city again. That's good. We're going to stick with democracy. Now we're going to start researching some of these smaller ones. We're going to get that so we can use oak. Now what this guy is doing, he's spreading out his units. And what that does... What that does is it's taking up squares. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to activate this army here. We're going to attack is our singular archer. And then after that we're going to attack his 2 singular legions. That way we can halt, like stop him from blocking up all of our squares. Because that's what we don't want him doing. This temple's almost done. These walls are almost done. Now we're actually ahead on technology. We are actually now ahead on technology. So we're actually starting to catch up. I want to attack that leader. So now we got that square freed back up. Then I'm going to retreat back to the city. 3 turns, 4 turns. Okay, that doesn't really mean much. The spire, strong fortifications. We're going to build a spiral to protect that city though, because that could get annoying late game if that keeps happening. That legion is destroyed. Got silks now. Let's get mathematics. Let's finish those walls up. Now our city's protection value will be doubled, which is really good for us. But guys, just on that note, since we've gotten off to a great start, but my timer is about to go off here for the episode. This has been a good first start. This will be episode 1 of Civilization Revolution. I'm Noah, son of Mars. I hope you all enjoyed, and until then, I'll catch you next time.